When I was 8 years old, my father took myself and my older autistic brother out for a walk. As we walked down the street, I bouncing up and down, candy in one hand, holding my dad's hand in the other, I excitedly shared with him all the things I would do in the world, from becoming a teacher, to an astronaut, to curing autism. My dad chuckled and looked me in the eyes and said, "Baby girl, I believe you will be the first Afro-American woman president." In that moment, I believed I could do anything my daddy said. From that day forward, I sought out every opportunity to develop as a leader, cultivate effective communication skills, build circles of influence, and I always demanded a seat at the table. Hi, I'm TaVia Wooley, the founder and executive director of the EmpowerTHEM Collective. You're probably wondering if I became the President of the United States. Well, no, at least not yet. On my journey to the White House, there was one thing that stood out to me. Oftentimes, I was the only person who looked like myself or represented marginalized communities like my own. The EmpowerTHEM Collective was founded to help remove those barriers of policy engagement so that myself and folks that look like me had an opportunity to co-create equitable policy. See, policy is an ecosystem between the community, the politician, and the legislative process that's inclusive of all. To achieve equitable policy, we need to remove all the barriers that prevent marginalized communities from having a seat at the table. So how do we get there? At the EmpowerTHEM Collective, we believe the solution is very straightforward. Policy engagement training should be as accessible to the average Joe as a cup of coffee. Building relationships with your political leaders should be as normal as speaking with your neighbor about the weather. And pitching a policy idea should be as easy as saying to your local city council member, "Hey Rex, I think we need more bike lanes," and the policy process begins. The Leadership and the Policy Academy is a 12-month fellowship that recruits 12 community participants to develop knowledge about the local and statewide legislative process, to develop communication and leadership skills in order to build coalitions with community members and political stakeholders. And more importantly, they have an opportunity to address an immediate concern in their community. Empowering the community requires an investment of $300,000. This supports participants emerging as community advocates and policy champions, provides them with wraparound style support services that will eliminate policy engagement barriers. This will lay the foundation that will influence change system-wide and impact their communities for years to come, and shifting the power into the hands of the community. Join us at the EmpowerTHEM Collective, where we build a bigger table so Joe and everyone else can have their cup of coffee, influence change, and who knows, the next president of the United States might have a seat at that table.